10 fragrances under $100, because you know your boy sometimes be on a budget. I can mortgage a house with all the fragrances I got. And sometimes I don't feel like spending this month's mortgage on fragrances. So, Scent Savant, let's go.
Welcome to Scent Savant, and welcome to the sensational world of fragrances, where every spray tells a story and every note captivates the senses. Join me on a journey of olfactory exploration as we uncover the secrets of the most alluring scents on the market. Welcome to
Scent Savant.
Starting off with a banger, a house that is rarely talked about and should be talked about more because they got a couple amazing fragrances. So this one is Rirana's Iris Ambrette. Now this is the best Dior Homme Intense clone, dupe, inspiration that you have never heard about. This is the one. I'm going to do an iris video of all of the best irises. This lands in the top 3 for the price, for the scent, and for the strength. Let's get into it. Fresh and grounded, light and rich, complex and modern elegance, comforting and bold. This joint really hits. You are getting Dior Homme Intense exact lipsticky iris. Now it's made a little bit more masculine, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more bold, a smooth blend, and this thing kicks all day. In the opening, just like Dior Homme, you get a delicate, lipsticky, cooling, waxy iris. Hit the note perfectly. Timeless quality, soft and velvety, almost like the feeling of silk in a bottle. And in the mid, you're getting this ambrette note. And as that iris starts to settle down, never disappearing, always ever present, it now starts to allow this ambrette to come in. This ambrette is warm, intoxicating, inviting, sensual, skin-like, an intimate feeling, almost like a raw edge. Same thing that you get with this Dior Homme Intense, except there's no rose in this. Unlike Dior Homme Intense, there are no florals in this whatsoever. So any feminine edge that guys had an off-putting sense with that one, this one really solves that problem.
I hate flowers.
Super masculine, straight down the middle, has that lipsticky, waxy iris, has this warmth from ambrette, it has a little lavender note, so it has this calming effect. It has no real sort of herbaceous or flowery aspect. There is a cedarwood and a vetiver in this. So that adds the freshness and that depth to the ambrette. Really just highlighting the iris and the ambrette note. Super fantastic, super long lasting. You're getting 8 to 10 hours longevity with this one. You're going to smell this in the air. You're going to absolutely think you're wearing Dior Homme Iris. But now this is under $60. Final impression is elegant yet modern, comforting, bold, sophisticated elegance. Perfect for date night, perfect for the office as well, perfect for almost any situation besides going to the gym. I'm going to put the link inside of the description. Next one, what do we got? Next one is another one from the house of Rirana. Now these two are my top 2 in the whole house. This is why I am highlighting them. This is called Rirana Black Wood. Now this is their inspiration of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Super, super amazing. The strongest and closest oud wood that there is. This adds a little bit more spice. The oud is a little bit more present. There's a dirtiness aspect that is in oud wood that is taken out of this. And this really is the best bang for your buck for all dupes that are on all the markets in all of the world. This is the one to check out. Compared to Tom Ford's Oud Wood, Rirana's Black Wood has a stronger, more compelling, more complex structure. While Oud Wood, as great as it is, can feel a bit linear. This feels more lively. It feels more effervescent. It has this pepper note that adds this spice, this intrigue. It brings an air of mystery, of sophistication, and this warm spice brings this inviting nature that makes this versatile and longer lasting than Tom Ford's Oud Wood. This scent holds its own from morning to night. Opening, what do we get? we get a scent that is bold and is immersive. The oud is deep, very approachable. It's very westernized. There's a dry and a slightly smoky character that adds depth. There are resinous woods and spices that ground this whole composition, making it much more complex, deeper, and more nuanced than Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Warm, slightly sweet, complex, with beautiful layers, sophisticated, but also a little bit daring, a little bit edgy. The slightest bit of a creamy base, just to add the smoothness to the complexion. So in comparison to Tom Ford's Oud Wood, this is fuller, richer, longer lasting. And that's the main thing. For me, that's what won me over, because this thing lasts good 7 to 9 hours with great projection for the first 2 hours. This is hitting the nail on the head for the DNA that I want with longevity. I don't have to search for it after 4 hours. And this one can also be found for under like $60. I'll put the link in the description. Tom Ford's Oud Wood Kicked Up, made by Rirana. That is black wood. And of course, we gotta represent with Montale's Arabians Tonka. If you don't know, your best time to find out. Time to figure it out. Go get you a sample of this, but I'm gonna put in the description where you can get this for $100. This is a banger. So strong. You know, one of the stronger fragrances in the collection. Now, this doesn't emit, and it's not as diffusive as other fragrances, but it is long lasting, beautiful sillage, and beautiful longevity. This fragrance has a rich and exotic spirit about it. There is something special about this that also is very approachable. In the opening, we get bold, spicy kick of saffron and bergamot. And this is not a leathery saffron. This is a spicy saffron. And this bergamot really adds this freshness to the composition. And in the mid, there is this rose and oud combination. Now, this rose is not floral. It's very jammy and sweet. And this oud is very accessible, very westernized, very deep and bold. The rose adds this smoothness to it, and the oud is very restrained. Then instantly comes this tonka bean. In about 6 minutes into the composition, you're getting this tonka bean. This sweet, almost balsamic, sexy nature. That's what this adds. The tonka bean is the warm, creamy soul of the fragrance. Slightly nutty with hints of amber and vanilla. Scrumptious while also being deep and mysterious. So good. The dry down, we have a base of sandalwood and white musk. And my goodness, does this make it feel creamy and sexy. Vanilla and white musk are two of the most attractive notes in perfumery. Makes this feel like the essence of an opulent evening. There's this exotic nature about this, with this exotic spice that makes this accessible, fun, but also luxurious. Super strong. Definitely one for the winter that you want to explore, something that you want to put your hands on. You want to put your nose on this. Great price, and honestly, probably one of the top 4 to 5 in the whole house of Montale. Great one. Check this one out. That is Montale's Arabians Tonka. Okay, this one is awesome. This is the second best Aventus clone dupe that I have ever found out of the sea of dupes that I've ever tried. But this has a unique twist that makes it stand all on its own. This guy is Moresque Sahara Blue. Now, these are super duper expensive, and I don't know why, but this is on sale for a $97 at Sense Angel. I'm going to link the description down below. Perfect for office wear, perfect for leisure wear, perfect for elegant wear, perfect for dinner night, date night, perfect for going to the bar, perfect for every freaking situation there is. I can't imagine a situation that this won't be good for. And this brings a cool twist on the DNA that really does make it unique and stand out. At the top, we get bright and zesty citrus notes that really add this zing to this. Citrus notes, herbal notes, those top notes give it life. They add this vibrant start to the fragrance. Next, in the mid notes, spicy elements, but not overly spicy at all. Just adding some grit and some texture. Then we have a lavender in there and some very soft florals. This is still a very masculine DNA that falls right in the realm of Aventus Cologne or Aventus in itself, the original. This has a little bit of a Hachivant, Aventus cologne, and an Aventus DNA to it with a salty sea breeze effect. It's like there's an Aventus party in the middle of a desert and there's a pool around with the sun shining on the pool and you're getting this salty vibe like you're at the beach. Super interesting. In the base notes, there's amber, patchouli, and white musk. There's no birch, so you're not getting any smoky effect. Just very grounding, very comforting, very deep, while also being super light and airy. Has a blue smell effect. Fantastic. Good sprayers. Very vibrant, very zesty. Overall, Moresque Sahara Blue is the Aventus DNA, the second best cologne dupe inspiration that I've ever found that really adds some complexity and some difference to it, making it both familiar and exotic. Definitely worth a try, and for under $100 for a fragrance that originally is $300 with great components, great ingredients, definitely worth a pickup if you like the DNA. Okay, next up we have Vivamor by Reveire. Now this guy, for under $100 for what you're getting, is a great buy. An extrait de parfum concentration. This stuff lasts on the skin for 8, 10, 12 hours. Really stays on the skin. It sticks there. It doesn't have a great diffusive quality, so you're getting within an arm's length for the whole life of that fragrance, but it's not going anywhere. This is the best inspiration dupe of Byredo's Oud De Jour that I can find outside of Contralto. So this is kind of the same as Contralto. And if you know anything about me, you know that out of all Suspiro, Contralto is my favorite DNA. My favorite one of the whole house. Well, Vivamor did sort of the same inspiration, except this now is a little bit more spicy. It's a little bit more smoky. It has a little bit of depth in it, so it adds this richness. But you're getting the same basic DNA as Oud De Jour or Suspiro's Contralto, just a little bit stronger, a little bit deeper. Opening up with super fruity notes of clementine, lychee, mandarin, black currant, fresh and fruity opening that really feels juicy, and it feels very down the middle, very unisex, very approachable by male or female. I do think the spices tend to lean this into the masculine edge just a tiny bit more. In the heart notes, as this develops, there comes this creaminess from this Madagascar vanilla, this ginger. This ginger is almost muted and lively at the same time. It's not so much poppy and effervescent. It's the deep aftertaste of biting into a piece of ginger that you get that lingering effect. This is that same type of ginger that you get, which I really like that for this composition because the spices would have been in contrast to a lively ginger. The spices add a perfect touch to this muted ginger. And in the base notes, it settles down into this Virginian cedarwood, Haitian vetiver, amber, and white musk. You got ingredients from halfway around the world. This fragrance is like the United Nations. This is really good. A really good, elegant finish to the DNA. It has a sophistication, a boldness, and a depth that I really like. And I don't even need Byredo's Oud De Jour. All I will take is Contralto and by Reveire. I'll use them for different separate occasions. Honestly, I'll make this a gym scent quite a few times. If I am running errands and I want a cheaper DNA than the Contralto, I'll throw this on. Fantastic wear, fantastic use. I'm in it for at least the next 8 to 10. For under $100, great, can't beat it. Great quality too. Next, I don't know if this is a dupe video or a video of under $100, but I have sourced all of these guys, tested them, and vetted them out for your consideration. And for your consideration, I have New Bottles Co. Aventus Cologne Dupe. This is made by a company called New Bottles Co. And the perfumer's name is Isaac. And his creations are awesome. A lot of them are super strong, pretty deep, and they feel more leaning towards the natural edge. This was my favorite of the 6 that I tested. So this one got put into rotation hard. This is a jam. Now this will work in the winter because it's so strong. This is Aventus Cologne inspiration. This is really good. It's basically 90% there. It feels very natural. It feels very collected. It feels very put together, and it's strong. People are going to smell you for the next 8 to 10 hours. If you're a fan of the Aventus Cologne DNA, the lighter, fresher take, then this will be a game changer for you. And you can get this for like $45 to $55 for a 50 ml. Opening, you get a super recognizable burst of freshness. Bright citruses and fruits, pineapple, black currant, bergamot, crisp, energizing, reminiscent of your favorite DNA. This really gets it. In the heart notes, you have soft florals like rose and jasmine, adding a sophistication and some lift to the fragrance. If you've ever smelled Aventus cologne, you know that there are florals in the heart. Same florals are here, but you're not getting a floral perfume. You're getting that just from its lift. Super fantastic in the mid too. And it really adds this vibrancy. And those florals add this balanced character to the vibrant opening. Then comes in this musky attitude where you're getting this ambergris musk. The dry down, you have the same exact DNA that you get with Aventus and Aventus Cologne. The birch is there as this woody aspect. And there's this oak moss in there that's not overly green, just adding this masculine edge. Gosh, this stuff is so good. I would say that Aventus Cologne is a little bit more refreshing for sure, but bang for the buck. This thing is going to last you. It's going to project. You're going to get 3 to 5 feet of projection, 8 to 10 hours. And I'm never going to argue with that over a $300 bottle versus a $50 bottle. Ambergris in the base adds this mineral-like effect. So you're getting this almost bluish accord, but it's really coming from this ambergris, adds this seaside aspect. So New Bottles Co. Aventus Cologne, surprising longevity, really even complexity throughout the whole tonality of the fragrance. Fantastic buy. I'll link this in the description. Next one that we have is something that's talked about, and if you haven't tried this one, for the price point, blind buy worthy. This is Moresque's Soul Batik. Now this guy is in the same field as like a Mason Francis Gershon's Grand Soir. Very ambery, very pleasant. But whereas that has an almost, I would say, old wood accord, this one is smoothed out, super pleasant, mass appealing. It's a niche DNA with a designer feel. It feels really accessible. Top notes include bergamot and exotic spices. It feels Middle Eastern while also feeling Western. Inviting, making it warm, making it accessible, making it instantly likable to the nose. You have this bright and spicy effervescent start that makes it feel like you're putting on a really warm blanket over your body that really is enjoyable. It's that comfort blanket. It's that blankie blanket that you always use. The blanket that's on the couch, that's your blanket, that smells like you. It smells warm, inviting, rich, comfortable. In the heart notes, there's lush florals like jasmine and ylang-ylang, adding this soft dimension. Again, the florals are here just to give the composition some lift and some character. There's nothing overly floral. There's nothing that is leaning into the feminine edge, although this fragrance is right down the middle unisex. If you like ambery, slightly sticky, gooey, labdanum forward fragrances, then this one. Also in the mid is this patchouli. It's a slightly earthy patchouli, so it's giving it some grit and some texture. Really just giving it groundingness. Nothing chocolatey, nothing balsamic, nothing off-putting about this. In the base notes, there's deep notes of oud and amber. The oud is barely detectable, just to add some depth. The amber is really what I get most, followed by a creamy vanilla. So intense, enveloping, rich, layered, creamy vanilla, ambery, oudy goodness with an exotic, spicy character and florals to give it some lift. Fantastic, especially for the price. You just can't beat this. I believe I got this tester for $55. I'll link it in the description. That is Moresque's Soul Batik. Another buy that is under $100 that is captivating, unique. It is quite honestly one of the juiciest, drippiest, mouth-filling, quenching black currant notes that I've ever smelled. And I don't even know if there's a black currant in here, but this is what that smells like. This is Amouroud Oud De Jour. Now, what do we get from this? In the top, at first, it gives this bright and aromatic composition from this pepper and this saffron. And again, this isn't a saffron that smells overly leathery, maybe the tiniest bit, but it adds more of that spicy character to it, which gives it that effervescence. Then this pink pepper is really giving it this almost what you would think of like a black pepper, where it's almost spicy smelling, along with a bergamot in the top to add a freshness. It's not overly citrus at all, but there is a freshness to it. In the heart notes, there is oud and incense. And I don't get any real churchy incense. It's more of a balance between an oud and incense. This incense is very dry, it's very westernized, very approachable. This is an oud for beginners. This is an oud that you can enter into the niche world with and really, really enjoy for an elegant, sophisticated situation. In the base note, there is vetiver, creamy patchouli, and an ambery aspect that this just makes this, what I mainly get from this is this juiciest blackberry note with a very easy to like oud. Sticky, sweet, drippy, juicy, blackberry-ish, and oud-ish. Really good buy. If you're looking for something sophisticated and unique under $100, Amouroud Oud De Jour, can't go wrong. Starting to come around to the back end here. What I have here is Coastal Carolina's Dixie Iris. We had to include something that is good for the office and that is fun, that is playful, and this is it. This is the Dior Homme Iris made clean, not with this sort of dark nature, but a very clean nature. This has an candy-like violet to it. It feels almost lipsticky, irisy purple that still can be very playful and approachable. Great office fragrance, great summertime fragrance, very enjoyable. Opening up fresh and airy with a blend of citrus and green notes, making it feel like a breezy day, bright and refreshing start to your day. As soon as you spray this, iris takes center stage. This lipsticky, slightly waxy, not powdery iris, straight lipsticky iris takes center stage. Then hints of violet and subtle florals, and I really do get a strong violet in here, and the violet feels purple. It feels like candied. In the base notes, there's a smooth sandalwood, a slightly earthy vetiver, and a warm amber. So they're just there added for depth. Overall, this composition is still very refreshing, very light. The deeper notes in this are just added for lengthening and depth. Really good fragrance. One of a kind in the sea of irises fragrances, and in my top 10 of all-time iris fragrances. Perfect for those who appreciate an understated elegance with strength, with chutzpah. This fragrance is versatile for everyday wear, office wear, anywhere, white t-shirt and jeans, throw it on errands, go to work errands, wear it on a date night if you like iris. This is a one-of-a-kind iris, a sweet, lipsticky, purple, violet, masculine iris. Last but not least, I should have put this in the hidden gems because this really is a hidden gem. And you can find it for under, I think, $70. This is IF by R.K. by Frapin. Now, I have ran through, I don't know, 12 Frapins, and every one of them have some of the best DNA structures, smells, vibrant openings that you'll smell in perfumery, except they are just wickedly, wickedly weak. Like, it's a problem how weak they are. But this guy, this is good. This is a fragrance that makes me feel like deep introspective thought. I feel like when I put this fragrance on, I want to sit down and read a book. I want to be introspective. I want to be thoughtful. I want to be deep because this fragrance invokes those type of characteristics. Top notes of zesty citruses and pink pepper, invoking this sparkling introduction with a hint of crisp apple, adding a fresh and slightly fruity twist. And it doesn't feel like a fake apple. It feels like the smallest aftertaste of a real green apple. Lively, very bright in the beginning. But this fragrance starts to take an immediate turn. And this would be a great office winter jam. for someone who wants to give a sophisticated air about themselves while also want to not taking themselves too serious. Heart notes are warm and inviting with clove and nutmeg, so it gives it this warm, aromatic, slightly comforting feel, immediately bringing it into this midly dark space. This is one of those fragrances that starts to grow as you wear it. Like you wear it and notes start to emerge 5 and 10 and 20 minutes later, and it starts to get sweeter and richer and woodier and have more depth as you wear it. And I really enjoy that. It's like a fun experience. In the base, there is rum and sandalwood and vetiver, just really amazing because this rum starts to feel very deep, but not boozy. It just has this, the rum has this sort of sweetness to it. The sandalwood really comes out and adds this creamy character. And my gosh, this is one of the better sandalwoods that I've ever experienced in perfumery. Like I said, Frapin just is amazing at their blends. They've just all been horribly weak. This is the only one that I found that isn't horribly weak. This is 6 to 8 hours with light projection, about 2 feet in for the first 2 hours, then staying within an arm's length, elbow width for the next 6 hours. A fantastic wear. You can get a full work day out of this. It is opulent, inviting, refined, sophisticated, approachable, has character, it has nuance. It has an ebb and flow of the fragrance life, and I love it for that because I feel like I'm going on a journey. This is a hidden gem. Nobody talks about this one. Amazing depth, and really what a fun ride this is. What an enjoyable experience this one has become, as this is one of those fragrances in my whole collection that really feels fun. It feels like a roller coaster. I only have 5 or 6 fragrances that really have the complexity to take those ebbs and flows where you can pinpoint when the fragrance changes. All right, guys, you know the deal. Like the video, comment down below your $100 gems or under. Let me know what you're working with. Hey, I might even go and buy a sample or even buy the bottle. And hit that notification bell so we can be rocking together. Appreciate you guys stopping by. See you till next time. Scent Savant, out of here.
Scent Savant.